In the heart of a lush valley, bordered by towering mountains and dense forests, lay the village of Eldermoor. The village was a vibrant tapestry of life, where the air was filled with the scent of blooming wildflowers and the sounds of children laughing as they played by the riverbank. The villagers, a close-knit community of farmers and artisans, thrived on the bountiful land, which yielded crops of golden wheat, vibrant fruits, and livestock that grazed on the emerald pastures. As we proceed further, don't forget to like this video, share and subscribe for more captivating stories like this. Eldermoor was not just a place, it was a spirit. The villagers felt a deep connection to the earth and sky, believing that every tree and stream was alive with energy. However, among the tales shared around the evening fires, one legend stood out, a story that sent shivers down the spines of the young and old alike. The tale of Naga, the serpent of Eldermoor. The elders often gathered beneath the old oak tree, their faces illuminated by flickering lanterns as they recounted the legend. Naga is as old as the mountains themselves, they would say, their voices trembling with reverence. A colossal serpent with scales like emeralds, it guards the treasures of our valley. But beware, for if angered, it will unleash calamity upon us. The villagers offered prayers and sacrifices to appease Naga, especially during the Festival of Harvest, a celebration filled with music, dancing, and offerings of fruits and flowers. This festival was not only a time of joy, but also a reminder of their bond with the natural world. Yet, as the younger generation grew, skepticism began to creep in. Tomas, a headstrong young farmer, often challenged the old beliefs. He was known for his fiery spirit and ambition, dreaming of a future where the village prospered through innovation rather than superstition. We must rely on science and hard work, not old wives' tales, he would argue, igniting debates among the villagers. His friends supported him, while the elders regarded him with a mix of concern and disappointment. The legend of Naga was woven into the very fabric of Eldermoor. It told of how the serpent had once saved the village from a great drought centuries ago. With a mighty roar, Naga had summoned the rains, replenishing the earth and bringing life back to the valley. In return, the villagers vowed to honor and protect the serpent, offering their gratitude through rituals and sacrifices. Each year, during the Festival of Harvest, the villagers would gather at the riverbank, their faces painted with joy and hope. They sang songs, danced in circles, and laid out their offerings: baskets of ripe fruit, freshly baked bread, and fragrant flowers. The village elder, a wise woman named Mira, would lead the prayers, her voice rising above the melodies, calling upon Naga to bless their harvest. But as the years passed, the villagers faced challenges. The land that had once been their lifeblood began to show signs of strain. Droughts became more frequent, and the rivers sometimes ran dry for weeks. The elders would shake their heads, whispering about Naga's displeasure, while Tomas and his friends dismissed the warnings as mere superstition. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the valley, a discussion erupted in the square. "We need to take control of our fate," Tomas proclaimed, his eyes alight with passion. "Let's dig deeper wells, build irrigation systems, and stop relying on old stories." His friends cheered, but the elders exchanged worried glances. Mira stepped forward, her voice steady yet firm. "Young Tomas, you must understand that nature is not something to control. It is a force to be respected. Naga is a guardian, not a foe. If we neglect our traditions, we may pay a heavy price." But Tomas, emboldened by youthful arrogance, brushed off the elders' warnings. "We can't let fear dictate our lives. I will not be bound by old tales." That summer, the valley faced an unprecedented drought. The sun blazed mercilessly, and the once bustling river shrank to a mere trickle. The crops wilted under the relentless heat, and the villagers' spirits began to dim. Farmers watched helplessly as their fields turned brown and livestock grew weak from thirst. Whispers of Naga's wrath spread through Eldermoor like wildfire, igniting fear and uncertainty. The village council convened, the air thick with tension. "We must hold a grand ceremony to appease Naga," one elder insisted, his voice trembling. Tomas, now desperate to prove his beliefs, stood up. "We can't just offer sacrifices and hope for a miracle. We need to act. Let's find a solution." His voice rang with defiance, but the urgency in the elder's eyes made him uneasy. As the council debated, the village divided. Some supported Tomas, believing in innovation, while others clung to tradition, fearing that neglecting their customs would provoke Naga further. The rift deepened, and mistrust began to fester. That night, as the villagers gathered in the square, Tomas overheard whispered conversations. "If Naga is angry, it's because of the foolishness of the young," one villager said, casting a wary glance toward him. "We must make a sacrifice, or we will suffer the consequences." Tomas felt a chill run down his spine, but he shook it off. He was determined to prove that change was possible. He gathered his friends and proposed a daring plan. "Let's venture into the forest and find Naga's lair. If we confront the serpent, we can reason with it." His friends exchanged nervous glances, but their loyalty to Tomas urged them on. "We'll show everyone that Naga is just a myth." They agreed, excitement mingling with fear. Early the next morning, Tomas and his friends set off into the dense forest, their hearts pounding with a mix of excitement and trepidation. The trees loomed overhead, casting shadows that danced in the dappled sunlight. As they walked deeper into the woods, the atmosphere grew heavier, and the air crackled with an unsettling energy. After hours of searching, they stumbled upon a hidden cave, its entrance shrouded in mist. Ancient carvings adorned the stone walls, depicting the serpent in various forms, some showing it coiled protectively around the valley, others illustrating its wrath. Tomas felt a surge of adrenaline. They were close. With a deep breath, he stepped inside, his friends hesitating behind him. The cave was dark and cool, the air thick with the scent of damp earth. As they ventured further, a faint glow illuminated the cavern, revealing a sight that took their breath away. There, coiled around a mound of gold and jewels, lay Naga, the colossal serpent of legend. Its scales shimmered like emeralds, and its eyes glowed with an otherworldly light. Tomas's heart raced, both in awe and fear. "This is it," he whispered, his voice barely audible. Naga stirred, its massive head lifting to regard the intruders. "You dare disturb my slumber, foolish mortals?" The serpent's voice rumbled like thunder, echoing off the cave walls. Tomas, though trembling, stepped forward. "Great Naga, we come seeking your help. Our village suffers, and we wish to understand why." His bravado wavered as the serpent's gaze bore into him. The Naga's laughter echoed through the cave, a sound that sent chills down their spines. "You seek my power, yet you do not honor the bond between us. You have forsaken the very traditions that protect your home. Tell me, young one, are you prepared to face the consequences of your arrogance?" Before Tomas could respond, the ground shook violently. The cave rumbled, and a blast of wind rushed past them. "Leave now, or face my wrath," Naga warned, its eyes blazing with fury. Terrified, Tomas and his friends stumbled back, their minds racing. "We need to get out of here," one of his friends shouted, panic rising in his voice. But Tomas, driven by a mix of fear and desperation, stood his ground. "No, we can't just leave. We have to make this right," he yelled, raising his voice above the chaos around them. Naga's gaze narrowed, and the serpent coiled tighter, its scales glinting ominously. "You wish to bargain? Very well. But know this, power comes with a price. Are you willing to pay?" Tomas hesitated, his heart pounding. "What price?" he asked, his voice trembling. "A sacrifice," Naga replied, its voice low and resonant. "A sacrifice of true love and selflessness. Only then will balance be restored to your valley." The weight of the serpent's words hung in the air, and Tomas felt a chill run down his spine. "What kind of sacrifice?" he whispered. Naga's eyes glimmered with ancient wisdom. "Only you can choose." What are you willing to give up to save your village? Just then, the cave trembled violently, and water began to seep in from the walls. Tomas's friends screamed in terror, realizing the danger they were in. We have to go, Tomas. Now, they urged, but he remained rooted in place. I can't leave without trying, he shouted back, desperation fueling his courage. Tell me what to do. Naga regarded him with a mixture of amusement and disdain. You seek to challenge fate? Very well. Return to your village and contemplate your decision. The choice is yours, but know that time is running out. With that, the cave began to collapse, rocks tumbling from above. Tomas turned to flee, his heart racing as he led his friends out into the daylight, the brightness contrasting sharply with the darkness of the cave.